Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about prepositions. Overview. A preposition is usually a short word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Have a look at the example over here. If I'm not mistaken, her birthday is in May. The preposition in is used in the sentence to link the noun May to birthday. Her birthday. Note that prepositions do not change their form. Have a look at the example over here. I want what? To go. Where? To the movies. Meaning that I had a desire to go to the movies. Now, prepositions can consist of one, two, or more words. Have a look at the examples below. Josh went to the club instead of studying for his exam. There was a huge traffic in front of us. Now, prepositions can be divided into the following categories. A. Prepositions of place state the position or location of one thing with another. Have a look at the example below. Kate works at Starbucks. The preposition at tells us where Kate works. B. Prepositions of time denote specific time periods. For example, we usually go to our relatives at Christmas. Christmas is a specific time period, and at is used to denote this time period. C. Prepositions of direction or motion indicate movement from one place to the other. As in the example below, there's a great pub across the street. The preposition across tells us where the pub is and how to get there. D. Prepositions of manner express the manner in which something is done, as in the example below. You can't achieve success by doing nothing. The preposition by expresses the manner in which success is achieved, and it's not by doing nothing. E. Prepositions of cause, purpose, and reason indicate why, what for, or because of what something happens. Have a look at the example below. She couldn't attend the meeting due to some family issues. Now the prepositions due to tell us why she couldn't attend the meeting. Now let's review the use of prepositions and practice a bit. Remember that prepositions of place state the position or location of one thing with another. Read the following sentence and underline them. My sister lives in Oklahoma, but she is planning on moving to California. In. Also remember that prepositions of time denote specific time periods. Read the following sentence and underline them. I drank a cup of coffee in the morning and one more at noon. In, at. Note that prepositions of direction or motion indicate movement from one place to another. Read the following sentence and underline them. She was the person to work at Christmas or at Thanksgiving. At. Note that prepositions of manner express the manner in which something is done. Read the following sentence and underline the preposition of manner. Anne usually goes to work by bus. By. Also note that prepositions of cause, purpose, and reason indicate why, what for, or because of what something happens. Read the following sentence and underline the prepositions of cause, purpose, and reason. I want to go to the fish market to buy something tasty for breakfast. 2. Here is a short story using prepositions. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. What do you do for fun? I usually hang out with my friends. Sometimes we go to the movies together. Sometimes we throw parties at someone's place. And you? That sounds cool. Well, I moved to the States in May, so I haven't really made new friends yet. All my friends are back home. Why don't you come over? I think you'll like my friends and they'll like you. Oh, that would be great. Now, it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following text and underline the prepositions. He pointed his finger in friendly jest and went over to the parapet, laughing to himself. Stephen Dedalus stepped up, followed him warily halfway, and sat on the edge of the gun rest, watching him still as he propped his mirror on the parapet, dipped the brush in the bowl, and lathered cheeks and neck. Stephen stood up and went over to the parapet. Leaning on it, he looked down on the water and on the mailboat clearing the harbor mouth of Kingstown. Ulysses by James Joyce. And now, let's check your answers. In friendly jest. To the parapet. To himself. On the edge. Off the gun rest. On the parapet. In the bowl. To the parapet. On it. On the water. On the mailboat. Off Kingstown. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about prepositions of place. Let's get started. Remember that a preposition is usually a short word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Have a look at the example over here. If I'm not mistaken, her birthday is in May. Note that the preposition in is used to link the noun May to her birthday. Now there are many types of prepositions, and among them are prepositions of place. Now they are used to show the position or location of one thing with another. Note that we usually use prepositions of place when we answer the question beginning with where. Have a look at the example over here. Where do you live? I live in New York. The preposition of place in tells us where I live. New York. Now there are 3 main prepositions of place. A. At denotes specific point or location of something. Have a look at the examples below. There is someone standing at the door. The preposition of place at denotes a specific location, the door. There weren't many people at the theater. It's Monday after all. Again, the preposition of place at denotes a specific location, the theater. And in the sentence, Alex lives at number 25 Emerald Street. The preposition of place at gives us or denotes a specific address. And in this sentence, Ashley works at Apple. The preposition of place at denotes a specific company or workplace. B. In. In implies that something is located in an enclosed space or within a larger area. Have a look at the examples below. I think I left my phone in the living room, meaning that the living room is part of your house. And in this sentence, Jake lives in the US. He lives in Texas. In the first sentence, the preposition of place in refers to the country, US. And in the second sentence, the preposition of place in refers to the state. C. On. On implies that something is located on the surface. Have a look at the examples below. Could you grab my phone? It's on the coffee table in the living room, meaning that it's on the surface of furniture, coffee table. And in the sentence, Jake's sister is on the West Coast. She absolutely loves the Pacific. In this sentence, the preposition of place on implies that Jake's sister is located along a road, river, or by the sea, lake, etc. And in this sentence, Alex lives on the 3rd floor. The preposition of place on implies that Alex lives on a certain floor in the building. And in this sentence, sorry, I'll call you back. I'm on the train now. Again, the preposition of place on implies where I'm located. Public transport. My grandparents work on a farm. The preposition of place on in this sentence implies where my grandparents are located, which is on an open field, the surface of the earth. Now, sometimes you can use both at and in when you talk about the location, although there is a slight difference in meaning. Have a look at the following examples. My siblings are at the mall, meaning that you are stating the location in general. Your siblings could be inside the mall, somewhere at the entrance, or at the parking lot. And in this sentence, my siblings are in the mall now. It means that you are specifying that your siblings are inside the mall. That is the slight difference between at and in. Now let's review the use of prepositions of place and practice a bit. Remember that we use prepositions of place when you answer the question beginning with where. Now read the following dialogue and fill in the blanks using the appropriate prepositions of place. Where do you live? I live Paris, but right now I'm living Madrid for a couple of weeks. I live in Paris, but right now I'm living in Madrid for a couple of weeks. Also, remember that we use at to denote specific point or location of something, and we use in when something is located in an enclosed space or within a larger area. Now read the following text and fill in the blanks with either at or in. As you know, my sister Mary works Apple. She really likes it there as she doesn't work a tiny cubicle, but an open space office instead. Mary says it boosts her creativity. As you know, my sister Mary works at Apple. She really likes it there as she doesn't work in a tiny cubicle, but in an open space office instead. Mary says it boosts her creativity. Remember that we use in when something is located in an enclosed space or within a larger area, and we use on when something is located on the surface. Read the following text and fill in the blanks with either in or on. I can't believe there is so much storage space. The closet. And look at these cute pillows. The bed. And there are even flowers. The vase. The windowsill. The room is just lovely. I can't believe there's so much storage space in the closet. And look at these cute pillows on the bed. And there are even flowers in the vase, on the windowsill. This room is just lovely. Here is a short story using prepositions of place. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. Anne, hurry up! The Smiths are waiting for us at the restaurant. I know, I can't find my shoes. Have you tried looking for them in the closet? Not funny, Nick. I think I might have left them in the living room when I was taking pictures of my new shoes. There are some shoes on the bed. Aren't these yours? Oh, that's right. And now I need to find my phone. And I'm ready to go. It's right there on your bedside table. Oh, thanks. Love you. And now it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and fill in the gaps with at, in, and on. A. My cat likes sleeping my bed when I'm work. B. Peter's relatives live the East Coast, so he doesn't visit them that often. C. Our kids love swimming the lake nearby. D. I am currently living Germany and doing my internship here. E. Were you the party too? I haven't seen you. F. Do you live with your parents or your own place? G. Kylie was the dentist's today. He needs some hugs in the evening. H. Meredith grew up a farm, Idaho. I left my headphones home. It's going to be a boring ride, the bus. J. There are so many tasty things, the menu. And now let's check your answers. My cat likes sleeping on my bed when I'm at work. Peter's relatives live on the East Coast, so he doesn't visit them that often. Our kids love swimming in the lake nearby. I am currently living in Germany and doing my internship here. Were you at the party too? I haven't seen you. Do you live with your parents or at your own place? Kylie was at the dentist's today. He needs some hugs in the evening. Meredith grew up on a farm in Idaho. I left my headphones at home. It's going to be a boring ride on a bus. There are so many tasty things on the menu. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about prepositions of time. Let's get started. Remember that a preposition is usually a short word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Have a look at the example over here. If I'm not mistaken, her birthday is in May. Note that the preposition in the sentence is used to link the noun May to birthday, her birthday. Now there are many types of prepositions, and among them are prepositions of time. Note that these prepositions are used to denote specific time periods. Now we usually use prepositions of time when we answer the question beginning with when. Have a look at the example below. When did you move to New York? I moved there in 2007. Note that the preposition of time in tells us when I moved to New York. Now there are three main prepositions of time. A. At. At denotes precise time, as in the examples below. I'll pick you up at 5. The preposition of place at in the sentence denotes a precise time, 5. And in the sentence, we're all going to be sleeping at midnight. Again, the preposition of time at denotes a precise time, which in this sentence is midnight. Note that at is also used with such expressions as at night, at weekend, at Christmas, at the moment, at present, at the same time. Have a look at the example below. Mr. Rufus isn't available at the moment. May I take a message? Note that in the sentence, the preposition of time at is used with the expression the moment, at the moment. B. On. On is used for days and dates. Have a look at the examples below. I'm meeting up with my friends on Saturday, and on Sunday morning, I'm flying to Seattle. In these sentences, the prepositions of time on are used for days, Saturday and Sunday. And in this sentence, Mike has the project presentation on 11th November. The preposition of time on is used for the date 11th November. Same in the sentence. My family does nothing on Christmas Day. Preposition of time on is used for the date, Christmas Day. C. In. In denotes longer period of time like months, years, centuries, etc. Have a look at the examples below. The Parkers are moving to Greece in March. The preposition of time in is used to denote the month, March. And in the sentence, the story is set in the 80s. In is used to denote the century. Life in the Middle Ages wasn't like in a fairy tale. I don't know how people lived in the past. In these sentences, the prepositions of time in are used to denote longer period of time, the Middle Ages and the past. Note that in is also used with such phrases as in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Have a look at the example over here. Theo is an owl. He has a hard time getting up in the morning. Also note that we do not use prepositions before, last, next, every, or this. Have a look at the sentences below. I guess we'll see Alice on next Monday. Now this sentence would be incorrect because the preposition on is not supposed to be used before next. The correct form would be I guess we'll see Alice next Monday. Now let's review the use of prepositions of time and practice a bit. Remember that we use at to denote precise time, and we use on for days and dates. Now read the following dialogue and fill in the blanks with at or on. Should I wake you up 1st January? Absolutely not. Why would you even do that? I just figured that if you start celebrating New Year, 11 p.m., you should be still up that hour. Should I wake you up at 6 on 1st January? Absolutely not. Why would you even do that? I just figured that if you started celebrating New Year at 11 p.m., you should be still up at that hour. Also remember that we use on for days and dates, and we use in for longer periods of time. Read the following text and fill in the blanks with on or in. My free time, I like to go to bars and listen to bands there. For example, I went to see the Verbs performing Sunday evening. It was simply amazing. Too bad that I had to work Monday. and I couldn't stay for too long that night. In my free time, I like to go to bars and listen to bands there. For example, I went to see the Rips performing on Sunday evening. It was simply amazing. Too bad that I had to work on Monday and I couldn't stay for too long that night. Note that we use in with such phrases as in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. But make sure not to use prepositions before last, next, every, or this. Read the following text and fill in the blanks using the appropriate preposition of time. Clark usually takes a shower the morning and the evening. But this week he is taking a shower 3 or 4 times a day. It's an unusually hot summer. Clark usually takes a shower in the morning and in the evening. But this week he is taking a shower 3 or 4 times a day. It's an unusually hot summer. Here is a short story using prepositions of time. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. What does your summer look like? Well, I have my exams in June. I'll be studying in the mornings, in the afternoons, in the evenings. And at nights? No, not at nights. Nights are for sleeping only. I try not to mess up with my sleep schedule. That's a smart decision. Thanks. Then in a couple of weeks, I'll be backpacking with my friends. We haven't done it in such a long time. And on 4th of July, I'll be at my parents'. Now, time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and fill in the gaps with at, on, or in. Sometimes no preposition is needed. A. I don't like working out the mornings. I'm super hungry after sleeping. B. Where will you be New Year's Eve? C. Carlo went to Spain last June, and this time she'll go to Portugal. D. My parents were born the 60s. E. It rains a lot. Winter here. F. I don't like going out Friday evening. G. They're getting married 27th of August. H. Claudia lived in Peru, 2015. I don't want to do anything special. My birthday. J. Frank usually eats lunch noon. Now, let's check your answers. I don't like working out in the mornings. I'm super hungry after sleeping. Where will you be on New Year's Eve? Carlo went to Spain last July, and this time she'll go to Portugal. My parents were born in the 60s. It rains a lot in winter here. I don't feel like going out on Friday evening. They're getting married on the 27th of August. Claudia lived in Peru in 2015. I don't want to do anything special on my birthday. Frank usually eats lunch at noon. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about prepositions of direction and motion. Let's get started. Remember that a preposition is usually a short word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Have a look at the example below. If I'm not mistaken, her birthday is in May. Note that the preposition in the sentence is used to link the noun May to birthday, her birthday. Now, there are many types of prepositions. Among them are prepositions of direction or motion. Note that these prepositions are used to show movement from one place to the other. Remember that we usually use prepositions of direction or motion when we answer the question beginning with where. Have a look at the example below. Where are you going? I'm going to the supermarket. Note that the preposition of direction or motion to tells us where we're going. The supermarket. Now there are several commonly used prepositions of direction or motion. A. To. To is used to show movement in a specific direction. Have a look at the examples below. I'll head off to work in a couple of minutes. In this sentence, the preposition of direction, to, tells us exactly where I'm headed. And in this sentence, Kimberly moved to Florida a year ago. Again, the preposition to in this sentence shows Kimberly's movement to Florida, which is a specific direction. Note that you can also use towards in the meaning in the direction of. Have a look at the example here. Why are these policemen running towards Eric? The preposition towards meaning in the direction of Eric. B. Into. Now, into is used to show movement into something, enclosed space, while onto shows movement on top of something, the surface. Have a look at the example below. The dog jumped into the kennel while the cat leaped onto the roof of the kennel. Note that the preposition into in the sentence is used to show that the dog jumped inside the kennel. In this sentence, however, the preposition of direction or motion, onto, is used to show that the cat leaped on the surface of the kennel, on top of the kennel, not inside. C. Across. Across is used to show movement from one side to the other side of something. As in the example below, you can't walk across the street whenever you want, meaning that you can't walk from one side of the street to the other side of the street. D. Over. Over is used to show an upward and forward direction across something. As in the example below, the boys jumped over the fence and chased the cat, meaning that the boys jumped upwards and chased the cat. E. Through. Through is used to show movement within an enclosed space from one point to the other. As in the example below, I don't like driving through the tunnels. I feel a bit anxious then. The preposition through in this sentence shows that I do not like driving inside the tunnel. F. Past. Past is used to indicate movement near something while you are on your way to another location. Have a look at the example below. I waved at Mary, but she walked past me, meaning that she walked near me while I was on my way to another location. Now let's review the use of prepositions of direction or motion and practice a bit. Remember that we use to show movement in a specific direction, and we use across to show movement from one side to the other side of something. Read the following dialogue and fill in the blanks with to or across. Where are you going? I'm going the local bakery. They sell super delicious bagels there. It's right the street. I'm going to the local bakery. They sell super delicious bagels there. It's right across the street. Also remember that we use into to show movement into an enclosed space, while we use onto to show movement on top of something. Read the following text and fill in the blanks with into or onto. My dog jumped the couch next to me right when I opened the bag of jerky and put my hand in it. My dog jumped onto the couch next to me right when I opened the bag of jerky and put my hand into it. Also note that we use through to show movement within an enclosed space from one point to the other. And we use past to indicate movement near something while you are on your way to another location. Now read the text below and fill in the blanks with through or past. The bike drove right me, and I just fell from unexpectedness. But the person didn't stop or anything. He went the park and disappeared. The bike drove right past me, and I just fell down from unexpectedness. But the person didn't stop or anything. He went through the park and disappeared. Here's a short story using prepositions of direction or motion. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me how I can get to the nearest supermarket? Surely. You have to go through the small park over there, then turn right and go past the cinema. Right on the corner, you'll see a huge supermarket sign. Just go across the street and there will be the entrance. Thank you very much. And now it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and underline the correct preposition. A. Sarah's cat always jumps onto her bed whenever she enters the bedroom. B. I usually go through the park on my way home. C. Walk through the street at the traffic lights. D. They walked through the room and stood frozen. E. You are highly motivated when you are working towards your goals. F. I need to go towards the library to get some books for my research. G. This ferry can take you over the river. H. The dog jumped over the fence to greet its owner. I. Michael usually buys coffee in the morning, but this time he was running late, so he went past his favorite coffee place. J. The lady carefully stepped from the train onto the platform. Now, let's check your answers. Sarah's cat always jumps onto her bed whenever she enters the bedroom. I usually go through the park on my way home. Walk across the street at the traffic lights. They walked into the room and stood frozen. You are highly motivated when you are working towards your goal. I need to go to the library to get some books for my research. This ferry can take you across the river. The dog jumped over the fence to greet its owner. Michael usually buys coffee in the morning, but this time he was running late, so he went past his favorite coffee place. The lady carefully stepped from the train onto the platform. Thank you for watching this tutorial.